Hello everyone, welcome to Commerce Lecture. I am Anant Ore. Today we are going to learn Business Studies Class 12, Chapter number 2, Principles of Management. As you know, we have already discussed in previous class nature as well as significance of principles of management. Today we are going to learn Taylor's scientific management. So what do you mean by scientific management? Scientific management means we are going to apply science in the management. So scientific management principle has given by Taylor. Who is Taylor? Frederick Winslow Taylor is an American mechanical engineer. He worked as a chief manager in Midway Steel Company Limited in USA. His life starts from 20th March 1856 to 1915. He was the president of American Society of Mechanical Engineers. He published Principles of Scientific Management in the American magazines. He written so many books such as Notes on Belting, A Piece Rate System, The Making of Putting Grain, Not for the Genius but for the Average Man. This article he published in American magazine. He conducted a number of experiments in the organization and came to conclusion that workers were producing much less than the targeted standard tasks. So whatever assigned work to the employees in the organization for expected target, they were producing much less than the targeted standard task. Also, he said both the parties, that is management and the workers, are hostile. Hostile means what? Opposite. Enemies, we can say in simple word. So managements and workers are hostile towards each other. It means sometimes workers blame to the management or management blame to the workers. Workers are not doing the work. For this, he gave a number of suggestions to solve this problem through his theory of scientific management. So for his contribution, he is well known as the father of scientific management. So who is the father of scientific management? Frederick Winslow Taylor is well known as father of scientific management. This is about Frederick Winslow Taylor. So Frederick Winslow Taylor has given some principles. Let us learn one by one. So principles of scientific management given by Frederick Winslow Taylor. First one, science not rule of thumb. Number 2, harmony not discord. Number 3, cooperation not individualism. Number 4, development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. Number 5, maximum not restricted output. These are the principles given by Frederick Winslow Taylor, F.W. Taylor. Let us discuss one by one. First one, science not a rule of thumb. He said, science not rule of thumb, it means There should be scientific study and analysis of each element of job in order to replace the old rule in the organization. It means we should not apply old rule. We should not apply institution rule or according to the experience. Not rule of thumb is nothing but what? Which has a many limitation. If you are applying rule in the organization, it affect to the workers and you will not get expected result from the workers. So therefore, we should first study and analyze the problem and use some new techniques which make the work much simpler and easier and quicker. So we can say we have to apply science in the management, that is scientific study of management in each element of a job, and we should not apply old rule of thumb or approach or hit and miss method in the organization. All the decisions should be based on scientific analysis. It is nothing but what? Science. The best way of doing the job must be selected and adapted through scientific study analysis. So this method we have to apply. It means it is a science, not rule of thumb. Second one, harmony, not discord. Harmony is nothing but what? Understanding. Discord is nothing but what? Quarrel or conflict between the employees and the management. It should not be happening in the organization. It implies that there should be mental revolution on part of the manager and the workers. There should be positive thinking between manager and the workers, or you can say management and the employees. There should be proper understanding each other. Sometimes management think about workers. Workers are lazy, useless. They are thinking paid unnecessary salary to the employees. This should not be happen. And also employees should not think about how much they are paying regarding overload or overburden with work. So this situation should be handled by understanding each other. It means there should be positive thinking between workers and the management. That is nothing but what? Harmony relationship between workers and management. They should respect each other. Employee has to respect to the management and management should respect to the employees. And not discord means it nothing but what? There should not be conflict or quarrel between the management and the employees. If there is any conflict between the management or the employees, it affects to the organizational objectives. So this is the second principles of management given by Taylor. Harmony, not discord. Third one, cooperation, not individualism. It is nothing but what? Principles of harmony, not discord, whereby constructive suggestion of workers should be adopted and they should not go on strike. It means there should be harmony relationship between management and the employees. It means management has to listen what worker suggestion is there, and first they have to analyze the problem and solve the problem of the workers. Unless or until they should not go on strike. as both management and the workers are share the responsibility to perform together. It means there should be positive thinking each other. There should be understanding, proper understanding to each other between management and the employees. It means cooperation, not a individualism. Next, development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. It is nothing but what? It implies development of competencies of all the persons of an organization. Competencies is nothing but what? There are 7 C's are there. It is concreteness, communication, correctness, courtesy. So these competencies of all the persons should be in the organization. All the persons, all the workers should do work correctly. They should have a courtesy. They should communicate to each other. It means there should be competencies of all the persons in the organization. Whatever assigned work given to the employees according to their abilities and temperament. Temperament is nothing but nature. So which the work assigned to the work to the employees according to the nature of the job and according to abilities. This will help to increase productivity by utilizing skills to the workers to the fullest possible extent. It means if you give work or assign work according to the nature of the job and ability, you have to check the abilities and then only you have to give the work to the employees. It helps to increase the productivity and it helps to achieve the organizational objective of the organization. This is nothing but what? For development purpose, each and every person he should apply efficiency and prosperity in the organization. You know, efficiency means what? Efficiency means what? Doing a task with minimum cost and you will get maximum benefit or to get maximum profit in the organization. So each and every person in the organization should apply efficiency and prosperity. Next, fifth, maximum not restricted output. Both the management and workers should try to achieve maximum output in the organization in place of restricted output. It means management should not give restricted output to the employees. This will be beneficial to both the parties. Maximum output will result higher wages for the workers and greatest profit for the organization. Simple. If workers gives maximum output to the management, obviously management increase their wages. It means both the side will get benefits. Maximum output will result higher wages for the workers and it helps to greatest profit to the management. Both parties will be happy. It means it helps to increase the productivity also and interest of the consumer also, and it also affect to the society in large. So this is a principle given by Frederick Winslow Taylor, that is maximum not restricted output. If workers work in organization with efficient manner, effective manner, automatically it will be maximum output, and if a maximum output is there in the organization, it helps to increase the profit in the organization. If profit increase in the organization, management think to the workers, they will increase their salary wages, and it helps to increase the productivity and interest of the consumer also and society at large. So these are the principles given by Frederick Winslow Taylor. Thank you. I hope you understood Frederick Winslow Taylor principle. Once again, I am going to repeat this. Principles of scientific management given by Taylor: science, not rule of thumb; harmony, not discord; cooperation, not individualism; development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity; maximum, not restricted output. Thank you very much.